Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I want to share with you this thing first before we dive into the reading. So the reason I created this channel is because there are certain topics I think I just can't express them in Vietnamese, not because I don't love my root or anything, but because English opens up parts of me that feel unreachable otherwise. Some ideas, some energies only flow when I speak this language. Also, I'm a bit under the weather today. I'm sick, my throat is kind of sore, so if the audio isn't clear, feel free to turn on the subtitles. YouTube's been doing a pretty great job with those. I'm also working on improving my pronunciation, so thank you for being patient with me. So, this reading will help you understand what your soul has been whispering beneath all the noise. You may have felt confused, stuck, or uncertain lately, but there's always a part of you that knows the way. This is a message from that deeper, wiser part of you, the one that sees the full picture and knows what's truly meant for you. So in this video, you will receive guidance on what your higher self wants you to notice now. Second, the truth you might be avoiding or forgetting. And 3, what action or shift you are being called toward. So actually, after I've done this reading, all 3 piles share a similar energy, a heavy, soul-deep exhaustion, the weight of expectations, the longing to finally rest, but they are actually unfolding at different stages of the same spiritual storm. So stay tuned. We have 3 piles here. First one. Okay, you've got this. And then the second one. Believe it. I really love these cards. And then the third one, security. So you have 1, 2, and 3. All right. Welcome, pile 1. You chose this card. Yeah, but I feel like some of you may have been thinking a lot about choosing which pile, like pile 1 or 2. Some confused between those piles, so maybe you can listen to both of them. Okay, so pile 1, you are trying to stay in control, juggling everything all at once, striving for perfection. This pile focuses a lot on perfection and maybe holding on too tight. It's the phase before the fire, not yet burned out, but working dangerously close to the edge. So firstly, what your higher self wants you to notice now. Right now, you're stepping into a new chapter of power and responsibility. You have the Magician, you have 1 of Cups. You are standing in a very confident position. It feels like something you've been quietly preparing for, whether it's a career shift, a personal transformation, or simply a deeper sense of control over your own path. You are standing tall, and even if no one sees the full effort behind it, your higher self does. It sees the hours you spend worrying, doubting, organizing every little detail. You're someone who rarely jumps in without thinking. Instead, you sit with it for weeks, maybe months, until you are finally ready to move, and now you are. Some of you may even sit with it for years. You've been working really, really hard. But here's the thing. This transition might look smooth on the surface, but internally, you are exhausted. You feel like you are carrying everything alone. Look at this man. He has like 10 ones to hold. And while others may admire your strength or offer help to you, your hands feel too full to accept it. Do you think he has any hands? Yeah, no, he doesn't. There's a lesson in that too. Your higher self wants you to recognize that control doesn't mean holding everything at once. Control can also look like trusting the process, like saying no to what drains you, and choosing just 2 or 3 priorities to nurture with all your heart. Regarding the truth you might be avoiding or forgetting, so you are incredibly capable, no doubt about it. Like, we have the Emperor here, we have the Magician here, man in control, a person who has authority. It's like you've become a master of self-restraint. Even when you're busting with creativity, we have the Empress under. You can't see it, so I'm going to show you. So this card lies under the Emperor. And the Empress is often about creativity, ideas, and dreams. So whenever you're busting with creativity, with ideas, and with dreams, you can almost taste there's this voice in your head, or maybe from someone in your past, or maybe someone close to you that tells you it's not enough, that you're not enough. I keep seeing a woman here. We have a woman. See this woman, she's very sharp, she looks cold, and maybe she's someone who challenged your worth in subtle ways. Maybe this woman is still in your life, or maybe you have soaked her voice so deeply that it feels like your own. Either way, this energy has trained you to second guess yourself, to stop short of full expression. Do you see the knife she's holding? Yeah. This part is really obsessed with perfection and organizing. So your higher self is gently showing you this now because it's time to break free from that cycle. You don't need to edit yourself down just to fit to someone else's standard. That perfectionism is not protection, it's a cage. You are trapping yourself in your own ideal. You may think you're staying humble, staying practical, staying down to earth, but beneath that, there's fear. Fear of failure, of being seen, of being misunderstood. But truthfully, you've already outgrown the version of yourself. It's safe now to let your full self emerge. Do you see this card? Shake it up a little. You've got this. Don't let that woman or the ghost in the past haunt you. So finally, the action or shift you're being called toward, it's time to soften your grip. Let them go. Oh, I have a few more cards I want to show you. First of all, we have surrender. I want to mess with organizing the cards so much. I don't know if they like. Okay. Open your arms and the face you put on. Is someone here learning how to do makeup? Okay, so you've been holding it all together for so long. Remember this man? The man with the wands. So your higher self is calling you to surrender. Not as weakness, but as strength. True strength is knowing when to pause, when to let it come. You're not meant to push so hard through every door. Some of them are already open, you just haven't stepped through. Take a moment and ask yourself, what would it feel like to trust your next step, even if you can't see the whole staircase. What would it feel like to shake things up a little, not with chaos, but with permission? Permission to want, to feel, to choose joy here, to do whatever you love, and not just duty. You are not just here to perform. You are not just here to put your makeup on and be someone else. You are here to live your life. And I feel like you have so many creative ideas that you fear, you are afraid that they will be judged and you don't want to actually do it. Yeah. So you are trying to be financially stable first, like this woman. And then you think if you have more time, you will focus on the creativity later on. Well, if you have been waiting for a sign to start or to pause, whatever it is, this is it. If you've been hiding your vision under politeness, this is your call to speak up. Open your arms. You already have the face people admire. I feel like most of the people who choose this pile have pale skin or lighter skin tone. Yeah. Now it's time to bring the real you to the surface. The real you would, like, I feel like sometimes being true to yourself is better, even though you have a lot of cracks in your soul. Yeah. And if you are feeling stretched too thin, start there. Narrow your focus. Nurture just 1 or 2 dreams right now. Let them bloom. And you'll see that not only are you enough, but you always been more than enough. I think this pile needs to learn more about trust and self-confidence. So you have this flower. I don't know how to pronounce it, to be honest. It's a blend of resilience and restoration. This is like a soul who has worked far, often in silence, often alone. Yeah, and here you are. This flower tells me that you are not meant to burn out just to prove that you are worthy. You're meant to create, to feel, to be vibrant again. I mean, like, I feel like this pile, like lighter shades of colors. Yeah. So this card reminds you that your softness is your strength and your ability to recover is part of your magic. So you don't need to fight for your place. You already belong here. The world you want isn't out of reach. It's just been waiting for you to trust yourself enough to step into it. So shake it up a little. You've got this. Bye. I feel like this is too short. Hello, part 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose this card. Whenever I see this orange, I don't really notice the flowers. And I think that you have a taste for food. And maybe you like to offer your friends or your close one with good food. Yeah. So let's start. Pile 2 has already burned. It's like the stage 2 in the reading. The exhaustion has set in. There's strength in your silence, but you're carrying everything alone. You're the kind of soul that powers through even when you're screaming on the inside. So firstly, what your higher self wants you to notice now. When I first tapped into your energy, I didn't want to speak. My eyes felt heavy, my back started aching. And for a moment, I just wanted to stop the reading altogether. Just wanted to get some sleep. That's how much weight this pile is carrying. You've been holding it all together for so long that even your higher self is telling you, this is enough. Breathe, slow down, take a rest. From the outside, you appear confident, capable. You're someone that others admire, maybe because of your work ethic, your appearance, your calm in the chaos. Do you see this woman? They look really confident. They stay crowded to the place they are. And this man as well, he has 10 coins, he's happy with his life. That's how you may appear to people. So deep down, I see that you are exhausted. You're craving softness. You're craving a space where you don't have to be this strong, where you can cry, collapse, and be held. Seriously, you've achieved so much and yet it still doesn't feel like enough. But your higher self sees the full picture and they want to remind you of your own resilience, your grace, and your power. Do you see this woman? It's like you are scared, you are not enough, and this woman, she walks with grace. She walks in a straight line. She knows what she wants. It's like you deserve to stop for a bit and acknowledge your strength. You have walked a very long and hard road. It's time to take a moment to celebrate, I guess. It's like you don't need to keep proving yourself. You don't need to carry everything alone. You've already earned your place. It feels like you have so many things going on, your ambitions. You have like list 1, 2, 3 things I need to achieve in this year. And at the same time, because of those goals, you feel like you are slowing down, like you feel like you are staying in one place. So the truth is you got the strength card. Let's see if here. You've got the power. Yeah. So I see that you've created a lot of abundance, hence this card, 10 of coins. And then we have the 9 of coins. A lot of solid foundation. You are stable, you are capable, truly. And there are people around you who admire you deeply and want to support you. A few close friends, a mentor maybe. But you rarely let them in. You carry your burdens quietly, like you always have. You smile, you nod, you keep going, but inside your soul is screaming for a break. And I think some people hearing this pile is having problem with the back as well, because my back is hurting as hell. So you maybe you feel afraid to show your own weakness. You are afraid to admit that you are tired. But the truth is you're allowed to not be okay. You're allowed to rest. Do you see this horse right here? It's like you're already burning everything out. Look at it. I don't think the weapons are sharp enough anymore to defend itself. And it's like you're hurting yourself trying to go with this speed. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is to slow down, to breathe, to journal, to walk aimlessly, cry, do whatever you want to feel better. You can sip your favorite coffee and let yourself feel how far you've come. That's not giving up, it's healing, and you need more of that. So the third part is what action or shift you are being called toward. So I feel like you need to surrender the urge to keep everything perfect. Let go of the fear that you're falling behind. You're not. Life isn't a fucking competition. There's no race to win. You are in a season of internal rebalance. The card here, the star, there is hope. There's a future. It's still unfolding step by step because it's just upside down. It should be in this way, but then it's like this. So it's like, be patient and be positive. Do you see this one? The best can be here. Believe it. Believe it. And this card talks about enthusiasm as well. So maybe your mood or your energy can actually change the way you see everything. Deep down, I see that. See these 3 cards? They look extremely tired. Yeah, it feels like you're all left alone. And you feel like you cannot do anything. You feel demotivated. You feel like you don't trust anyone, or you discover some truth lately that you don't really want to know. So that's okay. You're being asked to stay with the process. You can still work, but work slowly and steadily. I think you are being guided, and even in the times when it doesn't feel like it right now. So your flower, again, is orange blossom, a symbol of enthusiasm, hope, and rebirth. Like the fruit itself, I only noticed the fruit actually. So you may feel hard and closed up on the outside. You only see like the top skin, right? But the sweetness is ripening within. You just need a little more time in the sun, a little more light, a little more warmth. I feel like this pile really like you shines under the sunlight. You may feel more connected to the sun rather than the moon. And maybe it's your advice to wear more vibrant colors, orange, yellow, red. I mean, like, do something that makes you feel uplifting and play your favorite music. Let softness find you again. You are not behind anyone. You are just becoming someone. And when you are ready, wait a minute, review your gifts. Here, you have so much more inside you than you've shown to the world. See this girl, like yellow again. Yeah, so she's made of gold. Yeah, and she needs to remove her mask. It feels like if you have more time and patience to yourself, you will see that version of you that you really want very soon, but you need to be patient. And when the time is right, your light will be undeniable. It's like golden sunlight. You have the graduate and power. A sun again, see? Solar energy, natural resources. Anyway, you have a lot of number 5. So I feel like you want to change, you want to do it quickly, you want to run out this situation, but you cannot. And there's more things to come. You're going to learn so much more because you have the graduate. It feels like you're still young when you listen to this reading, and it's like you don't need to be everyone at the same time. Like, take time. Yeah, I think that's the message. You've got this power too. Sending you a lot of love, and may the orange blossoms bloom for you soon. Bye. Hello, Padre. You chose this card. Tiger Lily. Security. I don't know why, but after I pull your cards, I feel like you are connected to Lilith. At least for now. Lilith, flames, fire, black sun. Darker colors, yeah. But at the same time, the flames are teaching you a lesson. Anyway, I see that you've been through the fire. You've crumbled, and now you are slowly rising from the ashes. You've realized what no longer serves you, and you are beginning to let go, not out of weakness, but out of wisdom. So firstly, what your higher self wants you to notice now, this pile carries the energy of destiny, the wheel of fortune. I know you're tired of hearing this, but yes, the universe is teaching you the lesson again. The wheel of fortune, the energy of fate, destiny, stuff like that. The moment I tap in, you are not here by accident. You are a child of fate, someone whose intuition already knows the past. You have strong intuition, or I may say psychic abilities. You didn't come for answer, you came here for a confirmation. Everything about this energy is heightened. The colors, even though it's black and white, I know, I saw a lot of colors. The sensations, the signs. Your flower is tiger lily, both in red and yellow, a symbol of fire, of courage, of security, like of strength. You have the strongest vibrancy of all the piles, and your world now feels like it's falling apart because you have a lot of transformation cards going on. We have the transformation, we have the sick and tired, we have the tower. Yeah, the tower is the tower, baby, and then we have the 10 of swords as well. So I feel like everything is happening for a reason. This is the fire that cannot be stopped. You likely just walked out of something, maybe a job, a relationship, a foundation you once believed in, and it burned out so fast you didn't even get a chance to speak. Yeah, maybe you still don't know exactly what happened. Maybe you're standing in the ashes and asking, how did it all go wrong? Because in the first place, everything felt like it was a destiny, like, yeah, it felt so perfect, right? So even amidst all these chaos, your higher self is really calm. Because deep down, you knew, you saw it coming, you sensed the shift, you were prepared mentally, even if you didn't realize it. You are not collapsing, you are transforming, and this is Phoenix energy. You see this girl running away from the tower, crumbling down? Yeah. And then there's sunshine, and there's control in her power, in your power. Everything seems to happen so quickly. It's like the flames got stronger and stronger, and you jump out of the situation because you knew. So I'm going to tell you about a truth you might be avoiding or forgetting. So you've been caring far more than anyone realizes. While others sees you as a confident here, she walks with confidence. She's a magnetic person who always has it together. I feel like you've been quietly dealing with so much chaos underneath. People look to you for direction. Your presence shifts entire room. If you smile, others feel hope. If you're angry, tension spreads like wildfire. You're not just someone with energy, you are the energy. But you are exhausted, aren't you? Exhausted of being the strong one, of always sensing too much, of knowing how things will end before they even begin. And every time you see this circle, this loop, you know the lesson, but you cannot get out until everything crumbles, and then you run away, and it's like history has the way to repeat itself. Your higher self now wants to remind you, yeah, this isn't your first collapse. Every time the tower falls, you rise brighter, because each version of you is more refined, more whole, more true. You have outgrown the people who couldn't keep up with your growth. You've outlived the illusions of safety you once clung to. You are more flexible right now. That job, that one person over here, that version of you, it served its purpose, and now you are being called to choose again with more awareness, with more love and self-respect. So, talking about a person, I see someone from your past, a person still thinking about you, maybe even trying to re-enter your life, but your energy is already somewhere else. They are stuck in their own loops, like this, going in circles. But you are choosing freedom. You are running away from this whole mess. You see this man. It's interesting that I see a figure of a woman and a man, but I'm not going to assume your genders. And I'm just going to say, yeah, that person, King of Swords, like they keep thinking about you, about the past, about the things they couldn't change, and it feels like this person is really inactive. They just stay in one place and do all the thinking, you know. It's like a contrast to a King of Wands who would act and who would just chase the things that they want. But this person is stay in one place and think. Yes. And I feel like when you meet them again, if there's any chance you meet this person again, you'll be the Queen of Swords. You know your value already. And these two people don't need each other to grow. It feels like they can live independently. So you no longer need this person in your life. You already have so much. We have, under the Queen of Swords, we have 9 of Water, 10 of Water. It feels like you are enough for yourself. And actually, I say some of you are reading more books, fulfilling your own wishes, or registering for a course. It's just about updating yourself, updating your knowledge, and spending more time for your own best version. Yeah, and you feel that is enough. You don't really care about this character, this man, this woman anymore. Yeah. And this is not running away. This is like you are choosing freedom. You are choosing to live with grace. And grace is a language of the soul. No one needs to understand it. So, what action or shift you are being called toward? You are being asked to slow down a bit, not in weakness, but in wisdom. Don't rush to explain yourself. Don't waste your breath providing like the things you have to other people, and don't waste time proving your own worth to people who were never meant to understand you. Because you know what, I actually didn't want to talk about this figure over here, and when I explained the situation for you about the cards, about the Queen and King of Swords, my throat hurts so much. It feels like you don't need to explain anything to this figure. Just live quietly. Yeah, that's it. Live and you will have your peace again. So if you want to, shake things up, live immediately, then you need to choose the safe harbor for now. Your higher self says, let things fall, let them burn. And you don't need to fix what was never yours to carry. Let this wheel of fortune spin, because it's turning in your favor, even if it feels a little bit of chaotic right now. The more you hold on, the more it hurts. The moment you surrender, the path opens. And this also applies to love. Yes, not always about career. It means that you are no longer meant to hold space for someone who brings you more confusion than clarity. Yeah. If you're in a situationship, leave that one. Two powerful individuals, remember, they can stand on their own. You don't need anyone to complete you. You're already a 9. And what completes you is yourself, a 10. And I think you are more fulfilled when you don't need to explain yourself. So what lies ahead? Emotional fulfillment, wholeness, peace. Your future is not built on someone else's stability, is built on your own wisdom, your knowing. The moon, the sun, they're all here in this reading. You were supported by the cosmos. You see the full moon, the sun here, really chaotic. The sun here, the sun over here as well. Yeah, you have so many circles. Well, you also have these cards. We have transformation, the sun again, see, perfect acceptance. And then we have sick and tired. It's interesting because I've also got a lot of advice about your health, like you should pay more attention to your health. I feel like it's a warning. And the message here is very clear. You're being initiated. You are evolving. The pain is just temporary. The reward is much more than that. So take care of your body. Drink more water. I feel like Padre needs to drink a lot of water. You are being dehydrated. And bring colors back into your life, especially orange and gold. Remember, your soul is shining, but your body needs tending, needs care. If you are sick, fatigued, or in physical pain, listen to it. Let your body rest while your soul does its work. The tiger lily again appears to say, you have the security. Choose anything that feels safe. You're allowed to step back. You're allowed to choose softness. You're allowed to be tired because you've been the fire. Now be the ember. You've been the storm. Now be the sky it clears. Your next chapter is arriving in divine timing. Trust the unraveling because the phoenix doesn't fear the ashes. And maybe 333 or 444 really resonate with you. I see a lot of those numbers coming through. Or 34 maybe, or 29. So see, a lot of things are attacking you. You feel like you're being under attack with your own thoughts, and you want to escape, you can't. Here, maybe in the next few months or the next few weeks, you will likely, like, I think like you will like to stay indoors, to learn, to grow, to work on yourself rather than going outside. And it's fine if you want peace, if you want to be alone. here. Your higher self says, you have already risen once. You will do it again. And this time, you shine even brighter. And now it's time to choose peace over pain. Yeah, this pile is like stage number 3 of all the exhaustion piling up from pile 1. Like pile 1 is stage 1, pile 2 is stage 2, and you're the ending stage. Congratulations! Yay! Okay, I think that's it.